Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Dean, and the Lord woke me up on my day off to send you a message. Let me tell you what my assignment is first. Just like Jesus, I am released to go and preach the gospel of the kingdom and to heal all kinds of diseases, so that the name and fame of Jesus goes throughout the whole world. See, the Lord gave me a word many years ago to do like Jesus did. He gave me Matthew 4:23. He said, you do just like him. And then he gave me John 14:12 through 14, so check me out. But in the meantime, the Lord gave me an assignment today, which today's my day off, and but he said, I want you to talk on your radio program, and I want you to go to the Gospel of Matthew. And I said, okay, Lord. And he said, you have many people in your audience who are new Christians and do not understand the Bible. Well, I will send you a copy of a very understandable Bible. It's the New Living Translation, and they'll send it to you absolutely free. All you have to do is send me your name, your address, and telephone number. Now, I will not use your address for any other purpose but to send you the Bible. And I won't call you, but in case we need a clarification with your address, I'll need that to make sure it's legitimate. But the Gospel of Matthew, the very first chapter. Now, beginning Christians are often taught, well, go to the Gospel of John. Well, that's wonderful. I love the Gospel of John, but I think you should start with Matthew in the New Testament. Don't start with Genesis. Start with the New Testament and Matthew. Because, you see, Matthew's gospel was written specifically for the Jews. They were stubborn. They would not believe that Jesus was the Messiah. So Matthew presented proof to the Jews. He brought up the genealogy of Jesus Christ, and genealogies were taken very seriously in the days of Matthew. And he starts out, because you see, the Old Testament told people how you will be able to recognize the Messiah. And that is through genealogies. The Messiah will come to you in the family of David and will be a descendant of Abraham. And sure as heck, Matthew looked it up. And the genealogy shows that Jesus is a descendant of Abraham and David. It starts off in Matthew Chapter 1, verse 1, this is a record of the ancestors of Jesus, the Messiah, a descendant of David and of Abraham. Now, we had many people going around in Jesus' day saying, I'm the Messiah, I'm the Messiah, I'm the Messiah, and they did not have the genealogy that Jesus had, which made them fakes. In Matthew 1:1, Matthew starts out with the record of ancestors of Jesus, and he ends up in verse 16, and Mary gave birth to Jesus, who was called the Messiah. That was proof enough in those days, because they didn't mess around with genealogies. And you can read the whole thing, verses 1 through 16. You'll see some very familiar names in that first chapter of Matthew. But if you need a good copy of the Bible that is easy to understand, all you have to do is mail me a request to Dean Pepin, or just mail it to Healing Hands of Jesus, 1725 Berlin Turnpike, Berlin, Berlin Turnpike, Berlin, Connecticut 06037. We do not charge for the Bibles. We do take offerings at that address or in PayPal. But we don't sell Bibles. We don't sell crosses. We don't sell anything. We just preach the gospel. I love you. This is Pastor Dean Pepin from Healing Hands of Jesus. I'll see you tomorrow.